Hello guys, welcome back. Konnichiwa. Herzlich willkommen. So my friends, update on Plug Power, ticker PLUG. I know you waited for this update here, so I give you now all the price predictions to the up and downside and talk about the scenario squeeze versus no squeeze. Everything what I say here is not financial advice. This is my opinion based on the chart. Let's start with the bullish signals first, guys. Yeah, I'm starting here with the weekly chart, which means one candle represents the price action of 1 week. Plug Power has one open gap at $2.40, only one weekly gap at all, guys. We have no more gaps in the weekly chart, which means that weekly gaps usually get filled. And Plug Power already recovered here after this shakeout, which we had here at 69 cents. We already up, a little bit more than 100% since the shakeout here in April, May. And you can see that the open gap is waiting at $2.40, which means Plug Power can make additional 58.9% based on the actual closing price. This is of course not a squeeze, guys. This is just a technical algo reaction before we maybe continue to sell off. Also, when I enable my drawings, then we see that we are still back, or more or less not back anymore, guys, in the major trend channel pattern. If you have not seen my previous videos, guys, we have this trend channel pattern here, which supports the algos. And as you can see, we had a big shakeout below this pattern. I just make that more visible here by using that yellow line, guys. Yeah, please only concentrate on the yellow line here. You can see that Plug Power started to squeeze. Then we had this massive sell-off reaction here, and now we finding here not real support, but we can see that we're still trading here above the white and yellow EMA line, which is not a strong support, guys. Just to make that more visible, we're trading now below the supportive trend channel line, which is of course not bullish. Plug Power has to recover here. Some power has to close above $1.56 in order to continue to rise, and we have of course here some price levels which I explain you in a second, guys. Yeah, so the good news are that we have some very bullish price action here after this April May shakeout, but of course not yet back here in this trend channel pattern. We had one weekly candle, a green candle in this trend channel pattern, which was very bullish. I will switch off the indicators for a second, guys. You can see that here that we came back, and then this red candle here was deciding if we want to stay above or not, and then the market makers pull the rug, guys. The market is very unstable right now. The big tech stocks get pumped a little bit, but I don't know, guys. I would be very careful. I don't know if you have seen my previous videos, then you know my opinion about a potential market crash. I think we will see one more short squeeze rally right now here in August, latest September, guys, and then by the end of mid-end of September, it is possible that the market starts to collapse, guys. But for Plug Power, technical support, I also mentioned that here back in the day, May, I made a video about Plug Power where I said the bottom is in. We recovered from that. 80 cent is the technical support. So the bullish news are, guys, when I switch here to the daily chart, I promised you to start with the bullish news. The bullish news are that we have a lot of open gaps to the upside. I think that when we find support above $1.56, that it should be no problem for Plug Power to at least go back here to $2.26, and if we continue to squeeze, $3.41 is one of the price goals. So based on the actual closing price, that means we have here an algo squeeze potential, guys, not short squeeze. This is just an algo squeeze of 125%. If we don't come back, guys, in this price range, if we get rejected, we have to talk about the bear case. No matter what happens with Plug Power, I have a lot of short squeeze stocks available. When you see this video here, guys, my brand new short squeeze prediction for this week is out right now, which means I selected last week short squeeze stocks which can squeeze at any day, guys, and especially in the last 2 and 3 weeks we almost had no big squeezes at all, which is very unusual. So all my short squeeze tickers which I posted on Patreon can explode now at any time. If Plug Power should fail, I will explain you here everything, guys. Then you can of course join us on Patreon. I have just a few memberships left. Maybe, guys, when you see this video, my memberships are already sold out, and that's the reason why I recommend to join in quick if you want to get access to my content. The full package membership on Patreon gives you access to all my content, guys. Yeah, trading tutorials, member FAQ section, all my short squeeze stocks, swing trade alerts, and so on. The link patreon.com/blackbelttrader is also available in the video description. And when you see this video here, guys, my brand new hot stock video with the short squeeze predictions for this week is available right now. So guys, let's talk about the potential bear case now for Plug Power. I will switch back to the weekly chart and let's enable the RSI. So first of all, what is bearish, guys? We have this natural resistance here. This purple EMA line is a very strong resistance. I don't know when Plug Power could break this line. Yeah, the last time when we had an attempt to break this line was in August 2022, guys. August 2022. 3 years ago was the last time when we had an attempt to break this resistance, and you can see that Plug Power failed. We failed here in April 2022 as well. This is the first very bearish signal which I have for you. Yes, we have this weekly gap at $2.40. I think Plug Power should close that gap very soon, but that does not mean that we can start to squeeze. Yeah, we can break here, maybe with a weekly candle above this line and see a big red wick. Yeah, same like here, a candle wick, and then get rejected. This is the first bearish signal what I have for you. The second bearish signal is the RSI, guys. Yeah, the last time that was here in January 2025 when we had an overbought RSI, we had a strong correction to the downside. Here is our overbought RSI that was here by 21st of July. And what happened, guys, you can see we had already here this big fat red candle. This is the second bearish signal which I have. The third bearish signal, guys, yeah, what is not in favor for a squeeze is the short interest. Of course, when you have a stock with a high short interest, you can also see a massive short squeeze, no doubt about that. But for this, guys, the company should better not dilute, guys. And Plug Power is, of course, diluting, as we all know. The actual float size is now 1 billion shares. Just to compare that, this is not, it's a very big float, guys. But when we see what happened here with Plug Power in the past, here in 2020, when we had our massive short squeeze back over $70, the float was 455 million shares. So the float has been doubled now. That doesn't mean that the dilution is over, but they potentially will dilute more. But I just want to say that is not in favor for a squeeze, but the float is now twice the size than before. And what happened here between 2018 and 21, guys, Plug Power just went completely parabolic here. Yeah, when we just measure here the shakeout candle in March, $2.50, guys, Plug Power squeezed back to $75. So now we have double the size of the float. You can see that here very easy in the volume profile, but that still should bring Plug Power here much higher prices when the volume is kicking in, when the market maker starts to cover or decide to let the market squeeze. So this is, of course, not in favor for a squeeze, guys, that we have a very high short interest, 27%, and a bigger float. And now here the rejection signals based on the chart. However, guys, yeah, let's talk about a potential squeeze scenario. It's very simple, guys, very simple. Yeah, so if we get rejected here at $1.55, there is a big chance that we go back to 80 cents or even lower. That is possible technically. Yeah, it's very simple like that. If we find support, I have no doubt that we will retest here $2.25. There is an open gap at $2.40 here that we will start to close that, and then this red box here acts as a main resistance here between $2.45 and $2.25. Here is the major resistance. If Plug Power can break that resistance, then the next price goal will be the top line here of this trend channel, which is in alignment with an open gap, which we have in the daily chart. Let me switch here, guys, which is waiting here at $3.41, what you can also see here in the gap table, guys. Yeah, it's a 50-50 chance right now, to be honest. That's why I always buy the dip, guys. I never buy stocks here at these kind of decision, make it or break it price level. Very dangerous. Yeah, watch out here for technical oversold reactions. We have a technical oversold RSI, or had a technical oversold RSI here 1st of August. So Plug Power starts to recover. We need now volume here to come back in this trend channel pattern where the algo is snapping in if the volume is there, guys, and force Plug Power here with a continuation of the actual short squeeze setup, which we have here since May 2025. My friends, that was my update. If you also want to get TradingView, guys, there is a discount link in the video description. This is everything based on TradingView, what you see here. I can highly recommend that program. I have a lot of tutorials on Patreon if you want to learn trading. As I mentioned before, join in right now as long as I have free slots left, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for your loyal support. I really appreciate all your feedback, guys. And yeah, see you in the next video. Arigatou gozaimasu. Vielen Dank, alles Gute und bis zum nächsten Video. Take care. Bye bye, guys.